Today's productivity insight is on the topic of leading through adversity. So, I'm recording this in the spring of 2025, and in our country and really in our entire world, there's just a lot of adversity that people are experiencing. Small levels, large levels, global levels. And so, as leaders, I can only imagine that you might be having some sleepless nights wondering how to lead best through adversity. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of my insight on the key factors that help leaders to not just lead through adversity, but really to build the legacy of your leadership in those critical moments. So there's three key factors that I want to talk about. First is mindset. When, as leaders, we are faced with a situation of adversity, we really have two choices. We can look at the moment, the incident, the experience as an obstacle or as an opportunity. And while the natural default is obstacle, the best choice that we can make is to look at the opportunity that can come about from a moment of adversity. Opportunities such as strengthening team and building into the culture, leading through the values that have been established for the organization. Leading through adversity can absolutely build trust amongst the team, from the leader to individual contributors. And also, in moments of adversity, we as leaders can also get a great perspective on who are the rising leaders in the organization. And so, those are some of the ways that we can turn an obstacle into an opportunity as we are leading through adversity. I will say, as a glass half full individual and leader, we also have to make sure that we're being realistically optimistic. So, of course, all eyes are on us, and we do want to lead with optimism, but not to the point where our team is questioning whether we really have a sense of reality. So, realistic optimism and a mindset of opportunity versus obstacle. The second component that I want to focus on here is how we are acting. So again, human nature is to react, to be reactive, to have kind of an impulsive reaction, to be more reflexive. But the best choice here is to allow ourselves a moment to gather the information, gather the facts, and then choose to be proactive rather than having an impulsive reaction. Can we have more of a planned response? Again, this might happen in the span of 10 minutes. We might have 10 hours. We might have a few days. And so, of course, we have to have realistic expectations of ourselves of how proactive we can be, but where are the moments where we can make sure that we are looking at what are the controllables, what are the factors here that we do have control over, and focus our energy on that versus the uncontrollables, the factors that are beyond our control that will be a waste of energy. Should we choose to focus on those. So that's kind of the actions. We've got mindset, we've got the proactive response, and then what kind of leader are we going to be in that moment? I think there are some very core choices that we want to make here. We want to be authentic and honest. We do not have to always put on a brave face. We actually will build trust when we allow ourselves to be a little vulnerable and to admit to the feelings of worry or fear, or sadness, whatever the emotions are that are coming about in you as a leader. When you share that with your people, it builds the trust and it helps you to humanize yourself and the situation. And then to add to that, as a leader, we want to be available. We don't want to retreat. We don't want to go behind closed doors and get into our tactical approach. We need to be available. We need to be curious. We need to hear what our people are experiencing. We need to be very empathetic, and we need to allow people to go through the emotions just like we need to allow ourselves to go through the emotions. And then the last thing I want to say about the type of leadership, this is a moment to step into being collaborative. It is not your job in most cases to be the sole savior, right? If you are building an organization where you are leading by pulling others up and in, then this is your moment to find opportunities to be collaborative. If you can lead through adversity by pulling in other people who can help with the process of getting through the challenge, not only are you building their confidence and your confidence in them, but again, you are building a culture that is lasting, a culture that is about all hands make light work, and you are building an organization where you are going to be able to step aside and step out and know that the organization will continue on beyond and without you. Those are my thoughts on leading through adversity. I would love to know in the comments what thoughts you have and what characteristics you choose to adopt in those moments when you are leading through adversity, that are helping you to leave the legacy that you are building day by day. Thanks, Elizabeth Galperin with Peak Productivity.